Hi, my name is Megan Gidley and I'm the Director of Marketing with Connect. Welcome back to the Get Connected podcast. Today, we're in beautiful Acton, California, and we're going to be talking with Johnny Flores. We're going to find out who he is and what his journey was that led him to becoming a horse trainer. Let's dive in. Johnny, thank you so much for letting us come out to California to share your expertise with our viewers. Can you give me a little background on yourself and your experiences in the equine world?
Yeah, so initially we started on trail. It was me, my brother, and my mom kind of all started at the same time. At the time, I was just kind of a little kid, just sort of tagging along for the ride. Eventually, we got into EXCA, Extreme Cowboy Racing, which was a really good gateway into the show world because at the time we had great horses. Eventually, my brother did a Mustang makeover, and that exposed us to actual proper training and influences of like Jadro horse trainers and the farriers. Everyone would just give us little tips here and there, so we were kind of piecing together things. But after my brother's Mustang, that was when we learned, like, okay, so there's a real way to do things. And then one thing led to the next. He did another Mustang makeover. I did one too. Then I was like, oh, this is how you train a horse, not just riding the one you get. And then we continued with EXCA, and then we eventually moved out here. I got my first horse, trained him. We did EXCA, and now we're doing Versatility Ranch Horse. I got accepted into the YHD project. That was pivotal, and it totally changed the trajectory of where I was going. So now she's doing a lot of versatility, rein cow, and ranch riding. And we're just kind of seeing what happens next, but that's real in a nutshell for you.
That's awesome. As an experienced horse trainer, what type of training styles do you typically use or teach others to use?
It's a good question. Initially, I learned how to train with a snaffle, and I learned how to train with a correctional. My brother likes a lot of those more reiner style bits, more cowpuncher style bits, newer style. And it's not that I'm against them. I'm not against them. There's more than one way to do this, you know. But I think that as a person and just me, I feel like I really gravitated towards the vaquero tradition, and I succeeded in it. More than I think I would have with a snaffle in the same circumstances. So generally speaking, as far as the training goes, I try to train very traditional, at least as traditional as I can. I still approach it with a degree of realism, understanding the tools, you know, pros and cons, so to speak. But as far as teaching people, you know, good horsemanship is good horsemanship, and a lot of the exercises can be done in a shank bit, a snaffle, a hackamore. It's just kind of tweaking them slightly in their delivery. So, you know, if someone comes in a snaffle, I'll try my best to try to teach them, but my favorite I'd probably say is a hackamore.
You have a lot of different training styles that you know about. How did you get the opportunity to experience these different training styles, and why did you decide to focus on the bridle horse tradition specifically and the hackamore?
Okay, so with the snaffle bits and with the correctionals and the simpler curb bits and all that stuff, I had tried my hardest to train my horse, Draco, at the time when I was young. I'd be, 15 at the time? And I was trying really, really hard to train him with all the tools that I had, with my brother yelling at me from the arena, with my mom helping me with lessons here, there, all this and that. And I just feel like I plateaued kind of quickly. And, you know, I'm not going to blame that on anyone. I think that I could have gone and tried harder, and because now I understand those things. But I think that in 2019, I approached the vaquero tradition, and my mom and I kind of trial and error. She had a young horse that she was working with, so we would stay up late reading this one book, Hackamore Reinsman. And it was like a whole thing, two little nerds working on this little project together. And that whole year from 2019 to 2020, training my horse with that tradition in mind, we end up winning a world title. So I'm like, huh, this kind of works. I kind of like this. I'm actually getting somewhere. So I felt like because I made such great leaps and bounds, I was like, might as well stick with what works, at least for me. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Now, I know we have a lot to dive into. You've got a huge podcast series coming up, but is there anything you want to share with our viewers about your background or knowledge that they may want to know before we dive into the rest of your series?
Yeah, you know, I don't try. I think that some people might see me and think, oh, this guy tries to be Mr. Bridle Horse, Mr. Vaquero. And I have a huge appreciation for it, the culture, the training, and all that. But I still try to approach things with a degree of realism. So, you know, just stay tuned for that. I'm not just going to shovel bridle horse things down your guys' throats. I try to train with the horse in mind more than like, this is the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I'd say, I guess.
Awesome. Well, Johnny, I'm so excited to learn more from you as we continue our podcast series. Thanks for sitting down with me today.
Thank you.
Girl. Oh, I wasn't even recording. I'm gonna piss my pants. What do you mean? You girl. I wasn't even recording. Are you kidding me? You're kidding. You have those here? But they were big and they exist here.
They're annoying when they fly into your face. One like flew right in my face yesterday because it's stuck out here, and it just like flew in my face and woke me up. This is stupid.
I would cry.
I'm just waiting for one to fly.
No.
Don't freak out when that happens.
I'm already freaking out. What? Like, there is no stopping the freak out. I'm panicking. There were ants in my pants. Oh my god. Okay.
Like a tweaker, like they're under my skin.
Under my skin, I feel them. Panicking. I'm panicking. Oh my god.
What was in your pants?
Oh my god, it's stingers in me. Can I have like a napkin or something? I'm panicking, guys. It's alive. It's alive. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I'm panicking so much. Okay. Relax. It's right there.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, it's stingers in my pants. And it's
Where is it?
Daddy, help me.
Those are so painful.
Oh my god, ew, Meg, ew.
Those are extremely painful. She is not exaggerating.
No.
You're so mean.
so much.
Yes,
Oh my
you're like,
God.
I'm just gonna record all
Dude,
this.
I knew it.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I had to get this. I'm so sorry. Ah! Okay, sorry, I got scared too.
Oh my god, that.
Meg has a stinger.
What in the world? I smacked my calf so hard it killed the ant with the stinger in me in my pants. Excuse me? Thanks for watching another Get Connected podcast. We are far from done with Johnny Flores, so make sure you stay tuned to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel for more. Have a great week.